It's hard to fully grasp the weight of her words on that seemingly ordinary Tuesday morning, one so mundane it could have slipped unnoticed into the endless blur of everyday life. Yet now, that moment is etched deep into my memory as the turning point where everything changed. We stood in our cramped kitchen, the faint smell of slightly burnt toast lingering in the air, a small domestic mishap that would soon be overshadowed by something far heavier. Sarah's eyes locked onto mine across the cluttered countertop, but the warmth I was used to was gone, replaced by a cold, steely resolve that sent an unexpected shiver down my spine. "I can't keep living like this with you," she said, her voice steady but resolute, cutting through the silence like a razor's edge. Her words hung in the air, heavy and unyielding, landing with the force of a blow I hadn't seen coming. No shouting, no tears, just that quiet, devastating sentence unraveling everything I'd thought we shared. In that instant, the life we'd built, the shared smiles, whispered dreams, the promises we made, crumbled into dust. The days that followed blurred into a haze of sorrow and disbelief. I found myself replaying every conversation, every glance, desperately searching for signs I'd missed, clues to the fracture I never saw coming. The apartment felt suffocating. Every empty room echoed with her absence like a wound that wouldn't heal. Food lost its taste, sleep became a stranger, and the future I'd envisioned with her slipped away like a fading dream. Overwhelmed by the ache, I made a reckless choice. I packed a bag with a few essentials, left behind a vague note, and drove off with no destination, just a frantic need to outrun the shadows of what we'd lost. Weeks passed in a fog of aimless wandering. I crashed on friends' couches, took odd jobs to get by, trying to escape the hollow ache gnawing at my heart. My phone sat untouched, a deliberate severing of ties to the life I'd left behind. But the universe had other plans. One evening, a message shattered my self-imposed isolation. It was from Emily, Sarah's closest friend. Her words were brief but urgent. "Mark, you need to reach out to Sarah right now." A surge of fear gripped me. Was she hurt? Angry? My hands trembled as I dialed a number I'd never been able to erase from my memory. When she answered, her voice was not what I expected. It wasn't distant or furious, it was fragile, trembling on the edge of breaking. "Mark," she whispered, voice unsteady. "There's something I need to tell you." My heart pounded, bracing for disaster. Had something terrible happened? She took a shaky breath, and then her words hit me like a tidal wave. "I'm carrying our child, Mark." The room spun. "Pregnant. Our baby." A flood of raw, crashing emotions overwhelmed me, shock, disbelief, and a fierce, instinctive urge to protect. This was the hidden storm behind her earlier words, the chaos I hadn't understood. "Sarah, are you okay?" I asked, my voice cracking. "I'm managing," she whispered, "but it's been so hard without you." The weight of my absence crashed over me like a relentless wave of guilt. How could I have left her, especially now? We talked for hours that night. With every word, the distance between us began to shrink. She poured out her fears, her doubts, the crushing loneliness of facing this unknown alone. I confessed my pain, my foolish choice to run from what I thought was the end. We didn't instantly reclaim what we'd lost, but a fragile new possibility began to take shape, illuminated by the tiny life growing inside her. The next morning I started the drive back. The streets of our town looked different, charged with a new purpose and hope. Seeing Sarah again was like finding a missing piece of myself I thought was gone forever. Her eyes, still touched with sadness, held a flicker of hope. The gentle curve of her pregnancy was subtle but undeniable, a tiny miracle with the power to rewrite our story. We didn't pretend the wounds had vanished overnight. There were long, honest conversations, heartfelt apologies, and a slow, careful rebuilding of trust. But something profound had shifted. Our focus moved beyond ourselves and toward the life we were creating together. We shared hopes and fears for our child, attended doctor's appointments side by side. The steady rhythm of the baby's heartbeat was a powerful reminder of our renewed connection. We set up a nursery, painting the walls a warm, hopeful yellow, assembling a crib that became the heart of our home. Step by step, we rediscovered each other. The shared journey of preparing for our child forged a bond deeper and stronger than anything we'd known before. The love that once seemed broken began to mend, stitched together with understanding, purpose, and resilience. The day our son Leo was born became the brightest moment of my life. Holding him for the first time, looking at Sarah's exhausted but radiant face, I knew the painful chapter we endured had led us to something extraordinary. Those words she spoke months ago, the agony, the absence, felt like distant echoes drowned out by the joy of this new beginning. Our relationship isn't perfect. Challenges remain, disagreements flare, the everyday struggles of raising a child test us daily. But the foundation built through hardship is unbreakable. We learned the hard way the importance of open communication, empathy, and putting our son's needs above all else. Looking back, I see her painful words as a necessary turning point, a brutal catalyst that led us to a love we might never have found otherwise. The journey was long, full of heartbreak and uncertainty, but it brought us the greatest gift of all, our son, and a love forged through adversity that shines brighter than ever. That is the raw, beautiful truth of our story.